like to invite Professor Dr. Nasir Mehmood, Vice Chancellor of Allama Iqbal Open University, to please give his welcome note.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मैंने ये जी बहुत दफ़ा सुन रखा है कि जो एकेडमिशियंस होते हैं ना, ये बड़े सीरियस किस्म के लोग होते हैं। ज़रा मजाल नहीं कि कोई ऐसी जगह हो कहीं कोई क्लैप करें हम, या कोई ऐसा नॉन सीरियस काम हम बिल्कुल नहीं करते। और सर को भी मैंने कहा बता दें कि हम सारे एकेडमिशियंस हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू जी। It's really an honor and pleasure, sir. This conference started yesterday, or this is second day of the conference, and we are really grateful from our heart that our Secretary Federal Education and Professional Training, Amir Ashraf Khwaja Saab, has joined us today. This is a coincidence that yesterday I also talked about the busy schedule of the chief guest, and same is true today as well. And he was having a very busy day today, but on our request he was kind enough to agree to join us here. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Yeah, ji. I know we have been talking here for the last 2 days about early childhood development from different aspects in the conference, and I'm sure that you are already apprised about about the situation of early childhood in the country and the development, because you're sitting at a place where things move through your office. But just to reiterate some very basic facts on which we were just looking at during these days here, and taking this opportunity to welcome you here and thank my colleagues. Before that, I would like to share with them that looking just at the regional countries around us, sir, when it comes to making sure that our children between the age of 36 months and 59 months, that's 3 years to slightly less than 5 years, the percentage of the children who come to early childhood centers for their education, we are almost at the lowest ebb in the regional countries as well. India, beside us, enrolls about 42.7% of their children of the relevant age in their institutions. Bangladesh is behind us, it's about 28.8%, but Sri Lanka enrolls about 69.6% of their children of this age into their early childhood centers. And same is with Nepal, about 53%, and even Bhutan, small countries like Bhutan in the region, they enroll about 40% of their kids. So many of these countries are economically not better than us, but still it shows the priority they have for educating their children and the kind of planning they do to get their children better served in these schools. Pakistan is just ahead of Afghanistan and Bangladesh, the 2 countries in the region. And we only cater for about 39.6% of our kids. And majority of them is catered through our private educational setups. In government sector, public school systems, we have very recently started attending this area about 4 or 5 years back. We tangibly started developing early childhood centers. And it was a very humble start, but we need to move forward. By humble start, I mean that at most what we did was we specified a section in our primary schools with the label of early childhood education without those prerequisite facilities which really are part and parcel of such centers. So this is where we started from. In the conference, during these 2 days, I'm sure people have talked about these factual things, and they also suggested through their researches, through the projects and their experience in the field, we concluded that there are 4 or 5 different areas on which the conference focused, and all of them require our immediate attention. If we look at early childhood development from different perspectives, so it comes with health, sir, nutrition part of it, safety part of it, social welfare component of the education. And I'll not go through the numbers which we can see on our different researches. But in all these areas, there is a lot of room for us to work on these things. It's again not a very rocket science to understand that if we want to improve all these things, they're very simple actions which we need to focus on. They are like, first of all, it's investing in our teacher training programs. So this is something which we've been saying for decades related to other parts of education. Same holds true for this component of education as well. And we have acute shortage of trained teachers in this area. The government is focused on it. Universities are trying to start different kind of programs on this area. Then developing age-appropriate curricula. In Pakistan now, as after this devolution of power, it has gone to the provinces now. So federal government on its part has already given a curriculum framework for that, on which provinces are utilizing that framework to develop their own curricula. But still we need to expedite the process of that. Then access to ECE. At the moment, we all understand the financial constraints we are going through. But you can see that just by allocating or specifying a room in our existing schools for the purpose of ECE with the label will not help us too much. We need specified centers with all prerequisite facilities available and trained staff available there to actually make it meaningful for us. And this requires a lot of investment on one side, but at the same time, our sincere efforts geared toward that is the need of the time. At this particular age level, the contribution of parents and caregivers cannot be ignored. Here, a closer liaison between parents and school or ECE centers is the need of the hour. And in this conference, we had worked on it, like with the program which one of our partners, Rupani Foundation, already has launched, the Agah Parents program, which focuses on that. And then this COVID and situation has really taught us lessons about utilization of technology in education, which has become an imperative thing for all of us. So we need to really explore that angle as well. God forbid if we face the similar situations again, the disruption in our education needs to be handled now. So we need to make use of technological endeavors available to us for making it useful for all of us. So with these 3, 4, 5 areas on which we need to focus, sir, I'm sure my colleagues in the later part of the session will really expand upon these things, looking at the discussions, deliberations, presentations they had during the conference. And it's very important for all of us to have you here to listening to all these things, because you stand at a place where your decisions have far-reaching impact on this sector of education, and the kind of cooperation and support which you always extended to university and other educational institutions from the ministry. We expect that in your guidance and with the patronage of the ministry, we'll be able to really help this country in improving the early childhood development in Pakistan. I'm not supposed to say thanks because I'm told that there will be another colleague of mine coming to thank all people here, but I feel obliged to really mention some of the people who have really worked hard here with us in this conference. My secretariat has a primary responsibility of helping you all, so we as a host were always there. But our partner organizations, leading partner, all of them, from among them was the Federal Ministry of Education and Professional Training. I already mentioned the patronage we had from them has always been a help for us. But besides that, Ministry of Planning, Development and Special Initiatives is another one. And Nasir Saab, who joined us in the inaugural session yesterday, had always been a very, very good support for us. He was part of our core team and attended all meetings for the planning of this conference and execution, sir. Then Pakistan Alliance for Early Childhood Education is our partner right from the beginning when we started work on this area. So we are thankful to them for all kind of support and collaboration we had. We have developed joint programs. We have today inaugurated a specialized center for research and development in the area of ECD in the university, for which they have provided us financial support to build the infrastructure for that. And academic and research activities of the center are already being undertaken in Faculty of Education. But once you have a specialized center built here, we'll be able to serve the regional countries as well in terms of research, academics, and material development in the area. So that can be a central place for all of us to look at for coordination of ECD in the country. Then UNICEF has been always generous to us. Thank you very much, Sabah, sitting here. So for your support, Rupani Foundation itself, then World Health Organization, we had represented from there yesterday as well. And all other partners like Sight Savers, Save the Children, Shifa Foundation, Aga Khan University. They're all very supportive, and they have contributed their part in holding this conference, and not only the conference, but thereafter helping us and coordinating with us in looking after the decisions which you all reach at as a result of your deliberations here. I'm thankful from the university. It will be unfair if I don't mention their names here, or at least the departments here. Dr. Fazlur Rahman, he was co-convener of the conference, and he's heading our Department of Early Childhood Education here. So Dr. Saab has always been a support. His colleagues, all colleagues in Department of Elementary Education, they are helpful. Rafiq Tahir Saab, as always, since 2017, we have been holding this conference, and he's always here. In fact, many of the ideas we're working on today were initiated by him when he was in Ministry of Education and Professional Training. So thank you very much, sir. Conference Secretary, Dr. Atar, might be around here somewhere, and all other committees. It will not be possible for me to name all of them one by one, but all other committee and committee members who supported us. Besides that, there are several support departments in university. Without their help, we cannot make it possible, which includes our registrar office, our Institute of Educational Technology, which Dr. Tanzila heads them, and then ICT team headed by Manzoor Saab, PD office, PRO office, hostels, hostel warden, security, medical office, and all other relevant offices from where we have always been given support to hold such events. So I'm really thankful to all of them, and above all that, the students which we had in this conference from various parts of the country, delegates coming from all around Pakistan, and volunteers who has been helping us throughout these 2 days of the conference. We are thankful to all of you for your support. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.